marry from Namyonga's palace underground. That's where he went. He went to marry, and they blocked him from there. And when they blocked him from there, after blocking him from there, the Bokukwe gatekeeper was close to a king, and he went to, and even he was friendly to a king. He went to the witch doctors to ask if he's coming back, the king is coming back. But the witch doctors told him the king will not come back. But here in Fort Portal, they normally said we have a lot of earthquake. And they said that he's trying to come back. He's trying to come back. That's why we have a lot of earthquake. And when the witch doctors told Bukuku you will be a king because the king will not come back, but you will be a king within time. Remember, Bukuku was not from the royal family, but they told him you'll be a king within time, but a real king will be born within time. And for the Bukuku, and he will be born in Bukuku's family. Remember, Bukuku was having only one daughter, and she was beautiful. And for him, he started asking himself, since I have only one daughter, and they told him to protect that girl, because if she gets married, because the men they are admiring to marry, but they told him to protect the girl, because if she gets married, she'll produce a baby boy, and the baby boy will be a king, and he will fight with him, with his grandson. And what he did, Bukuku, remember he was a gatekeeper on that time, but on that time he's a king. He wanted the throne forever. But for him, was not from the royal family. He wanted the throne forever. But when he came back, he wanted to kill her own daughter. But other people, because they know everything, they know that girl should produce a king, they tried to protect her. But the girl, she was innocent. And for the Bukuku never minded, but he didn't kill the girl, but he continued having that thing, but he plugged one of his eye, the daughter's eye, and cut one of the breast to make her ugly, not the men to admire to marry her, because for him he wanted the throne. But remember, the girl, she was pretending as if she's innocent, but she was not, because she was already having a boyfriend. And the boyfriend was a grandson to Isaza, who went underground, was called Nsimbwa, that boyfriend of the girl. And for that boyfriend, they called him Nsimbwa. And he was not staying in the palace, but he was staying far away from the palace. And when they told him about the way how they cutted one of his girlfriend's breast, for him, he never minded, but he continued loving the girl. After that, the girl, she wanted to see the boyfriend. But remember, Bukuku was a king and the same time a gatekeeper. And even the palace was having only one entrance. And the king was sitting on the entrance. He cannot allow you to pass. Yeah.
The king and the gatekeeper.
Yeah, at the same time. And he was hiding the girl in the caves as we are going to sit down. After that, when the girl, she wanted to see the boyfriend, but the dad doesn't allow her to go. But the girl, she went to the maids because they were older than her, and she wanted to ask them. But remember, the maids, for them, they know everything, and they know that son, the grandson of his father, and she told them, I want to see him. But since it was a jungle, for them, they said that just be there, we are going to bring you a boyfriend. And since it was a jungle, it was high, the maids constructed a ladder and called a boyfriend in Simba, and he jumped and he came to the palace. And he came to the palace, yet Bukuku doesn't know anything. For him, he's there on the gate protecting someone. Yet while he was there, the boy spends there 3 months within the cave, within the palace. After 3 months, he wanted to go back. He left the girl already pregnant. 5 to 6 months, the signs of pregnancy started coming out. When it started coming out, the girl, she was fearing because she thought that the dad will kill her. But the dad never minded about killing her, but he was scared because he was protecting her seriously. And after he told the maids, if the time of delivery comes, if she produces a baby boy, you kill the baby. And if she produces a baby girl, don't kill her. But unfortunately, on the time of delivery, she produced a baby boy. And the maids, they know that a king has born because they were the one who did that, and they were not going to kill the baby. They carried a baby and they hid a baby near a river bank. Others, they went back to report to the king, they have killed the baby. But another one was there watching who take the baby. If you take the baby, you must take care of him because he's a king. And remember, for the Bachues, the activities they were normally carrying out, they were pottery makers, cattle keepers, and hunters, especially those. And unfortunately, there was a pottery maker, and even is a man, was the one who picked the baby. Remember, he's a man, even is a pottery maker, was not going to breastfeed the baby. And remember, for the baby was having spiritual powers, because for him, he was from the royal family. And remember, in early years, there was no money. They are using barter trade. And even they told the mother they will not to kill the baby. They will not kill the baby, just to be there, but don't tell your dad. And after that, I told the pottery maker was called the pottery maker. They told him to make a pot, and after making a pot, and take it to the mother. And the mother take it to his dad. He convinced his dad to give that man a cow, and they give him the cow. Just they used barter trade to exchange things. And after, the son was breastfeeding from that cow from the palace, but the dad doesn't know anything about it. And that boy was growing up. They started telling him the story about his grandfather, but for him, he wanted to do revenge there and then. But all the people that advised him not to, because it was once known one time he will fight with his grandfather. They told him the time of revenge it will be there. And the boy, he was growing up, they started teaching him to fight using spears. And the boy was very intelligent and very stubborn. And they named him Dauda. And the boy, he can take his cow to take water, and even the herdsmen from the palace, they can take the cattle. And they meet on one source to take water. And after meeting, remember, for the Bachois, they are living in the cow called Hogo. And that boy in the Hora, he cannot allow that cow to take water. He can start disturbing it serious. And after disturbing it serious, so remember, for him, he was very stubborn and intelligent. The herdsmen, they never interacted with him. Just they went directly to report to the king. After reporting to the king first make research about him. Why is he disturbing the cow, and is from which family? But after the end, they told him he's your grandson. They never killed your grandson. The king was shocked, and he was very annoyed. He came back to the palace and chased everyone in the palace because they betrayed him. Because for him, he thought that they killed the baby. And after chasing everyone in the palace, he picked his spear and got to fight with the boy. But the boy, remember, for him, was having spiritual powers within him. And what he did, when he saw the king coming, for him, he went close to the beloved cow. Because remember, for him, was not having even a spear to fight using, but he was having spiritual powers within him. And after going close to a cow, the king came with spear. Yeah. After the king, when he came with spear, he wanted to spear him, but the boy dodged the spear. The spear goes directly to a cow. After the cow was down, even that boy picked that real spear and killed his granddad. And on that side, the boy in the Hora won. He was a king on that time. He was happy. But even on another side, he was unhappy because he has killed his grandfather. Even on the side of the mother, she was happy because she's the queen mother. But even on another side, she's unhappy because he has lost the dad. Why was it called Amabere Nyina Mwiru? Amabere means breast, Nyina means a mother, Mwiru means a slave. The way how boy grew was like a slave. And even they believed that the breast which was cut in the mother was thrown from the cave as you are going to sit down. I think that one was history part. Let me go a little bit on geography part, because it's up to you over to take history part or geography part. Is it okay?
Yes, okay.
Just as I was telling you, they were not real human beings, but they can come in any shape they feel they want. And they just types of rocks, the stalagmites and stalactites. How the stalagmites and stalactites come, just it is a combination of calcium carbonate, sulfur, and carbon dioxide. And calcium escapes and sulfide, it mixed with lime water to produces white substances, and within time the calcium starts melting. When it melts, drips down, it forms stalagmites. Stalagmites are grown from underground. When it drips down, those ones are growing. And other hanging pillars, because when it is dripping, others are remaining there. And when the other it keeps dripping, but it normally drips once per year, and even to the centimeter it keeps growing. And when the stalagmites and stalactites grow and they join, when they join they form pillars to protect the cave not fall. Yeah, but the stalactites are the one having shape of a breast, but just it is a stone having a shape like a breast, because you're having shapes of the breast of a human being, either for a cow and it's for the dogs. I think that's it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Interesting.
You're welcome. We are going to use a jungle walk. We are going to bend, squat. There any problem of
We are ready
squatting?
for that.
Okay, I think we'll ask questions when we are there.
Yes.
Okay.